Today we're having a look at the Plainsman from Walrus Audio. Now I'm going to give you 4 reasons why you might want to consider a clean boost. Let's start with number 1. Now the first reason why you might want to consider a clean boost is level matching between humbuckers and single coils. If ever you played live with both those types of guitars and you have to switch back and forth, you already know there's a huge difference in output between single coils and humbuckers. And running back and forth to the amp kind of gets old after a while, so if you want to fix that issue, a clean boost will help you match the output of your single coils with your humbuckers. Clean boost means that if ever you do play clean and you don't use distortion and you just need a little bit of a bump in volume for, let's say, the chorus or maybe your leads, then a clean boost will do that for you without having to change the frequency content of your signal like a TS9 would do. If you set up your amp for light breakup for rhythm, but for leads you just want a bit more volume and a little more grit, a clean boost will get you there. You can also do the opposite of step 3, where you set your amp for heavier gain, but with a clean boost, you set it with a lower output level and you can clean up your tone that way. Now let's go for some audio examples. Now the gear I'm using is a 2007 Les Paul Standard going into my Vox AC15. This guitar is not modified. These are the stock pickups and they're quite loud. They're kind of overdriving the amp on the front end. The master volume is cranked all the way. I'm in the top boost channel, and the volume for the top boost channel is at 9. And right now the pedal is not turned on. This is the clean tone from the bridge. We're going to use the 8 dB function, and the tone stack is not in the signal chain. So let's go have a listen. Now this is cranked all the way. If you want unity gain with the 8 dB, it's at around 1 o'clock here. So if you go like this, as you can hear, there's not really a change in frequency content. It's just a clean boost that's sending the full signal to the front of the amp. But if you want a pretty cool boost, you bring it to about 3 o'clock and listen to this. This is the 8 dB hitting the front end of the clean signal. Let's put on the tone. Now you will notice there's a huge difference in volume when the tone stack is into the signal chain. Now it goes darker as you turn it counterclockwise. That's with the EQ. Now what we're going to do, we're going to compare the 8 dB and the 15 dB without the EQ, and then we'll compare the both of them with the EQ and see what that sounds like. Now we're going to go back to the 8 dB mode. We're going to turn on the EQ and toggle between 8 and 15. Now we're going to be using the EQ section on the Plainsman. Whenever you're using it with an already overdriven tone, there's far less of a drop in volume in comparison with if you're using it through the clean amp. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bypass the EQ and I'm going to show you the difference in volume between the both of them, and then we're going to listen to the EQ and how we can tailor that for our guitar solos. So you can hear there is a difference, but it's not huge. It's not as important as with the clean amp. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around with the EQ and try to find the right setting with the neck pickup so I can get rid of the mud and get more clarity. Now I'm going to try the same thing in the 15 dB mode. Now, if you want to hear the difference between using a clean boost to boost up your lead parts or using something like a TS9, you can click right over here in the cards, and I'm going to see you in that video. Cheers.